Okay, now let's look at another example here just before we jump into types of sensors. There's a software called Yenka here. I'm just gonna use this software to demonstrate the sensor example that they are showing in this model. Basically, this software, what it does, it's able to do simulations of circuit diagrams and also of physics concepts. So basically what it does, it uses this concept here where you can program it, sequence of events, and then it can run them through. So what does it say here? Let's look at what it says. This model shows a security light. Basically what happens here is that it's like this, we'll take it as somebody with a foot stepping on top of what looks like a sensor here, and the light should go on. Okay, so the light will go on when someone walks past it, triggering the pressure sensor. The light will remain on for a set period. Click on the pressure sensor and see what happens. So we click on the pressure sensor and bang, yes, the light goes on immediately, and after some time, 5 seconds, it goes off. So basically what this is a circuit diagram that I just showed you in the previous slide, where you wire a foot, I called it a foot sensor, they call it a pressure sensor. Now notice the words that can be used in selling a product, also in describing a product once it starts being used in different ways. So by using this word pressure sensor, for somebody who is not who's not so savvy about electronics and gadgets, you sell it to them and say, you know what, ma'am, you need a pressure sensor. And by saying you need a pressure sensor, for somebody like that might think that a pressure sensor is one complicated circuitry or a device that is very complicated, that needs to be bought at a specialized place or something like that. But what the electronics guys would be knowing is that it could be designed as simple as just taking a piece of wire, running it underneath, going into this light. From this light it goes onto the power supply. From the power supply it goes back into the switch, completing the circuit. Basically now you have completed the circuit. So by pressing this switch, it just simply turns on, and it's the same circuit that you might have done if you are doing any physics at school. You might have maybe grade 11 or 12, somewhere there. You might have written exams on this circuit, but not even knowing, they might not have explained it to you in this way. So basically that's what a sensor is. We are using the word sensor. In this case we are saying this is a pressure sensor. So basically that's explanation of sensors. Sensors are merely switches. So let's look at different types of sensors.